Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing the 6th of October, and just quickly before I start your reading, just to say I'm away next week. However, I have actually planned my trip with my daughter for her 21st. We're going to Barcelona and I've planned it around your reading. So I'm actually going to be back Saturday to do your readings. Anyway, that's because I love you all and I love doing the readings. Right, let's get on with your reading. These are the angels and auras. Oh, look at that. Oracle. They are absolutely stunning. Okay, interesting. Now, these Oracle cards actually have reversals on them, and you've got one. So you've got Raziel, Archangel Raziel, and the Rainbow Aura. Feeling enlightened, adaptable, soulful, and connected. Look at those colours, aren't they beautiful? However, you do have communication in reverse. And it says there's gossip, withholding, feeling solitude, and risk. Now, what I will say is if anybody's gossiping about you, Sagittarius, I have to double check it is Sagittarius then, I always think you're doing something right, because you know what? People are either gossiping because they're talking behind your back because they're jealous, or they just, yeah, and you're being successful. And that's, so I actually quite like it when people talk about people behind their back. Well, I think that's the attitude you need to adopt with it. It's a compliment. Right, okay, dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this reading for Sagittarius and make it helpful, hopeful, and healing. What's the focus for Sagittarius, please and thank you? Very windy here today. We've got Storm Amy coming in. There we are. Sunny but windy. Anyway, let's get on with your reading. Focus for Sagittarius, please. Being very specific. That's okay. We can wait. We can wait. Focus is the Seven of Cups. Opportunity, please and thank you. Four of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. Challenge, please and thank you. Nope. You are still poking out, so I am going to have to take you. Strength card. Challenge. Card of Leo. What's bubbling under the surface for Sagittarius, please and thank you? Death and rebirth. And advice and outcome. Queen of Swords. Okay. Now the Seven of Cups is your focus. The Seven of Cups is about making choices of the heart. And you can see he's a bit procrastinating over that. So I don't know if they want you to now focus on what have you been considering and why haven't you done it yet. Maybe it's because it's cups. Maybe it's because it will upset somebody. It's something that you can't do because you're waiting for somebody else to do it. Or you just think, oh, I want to do that, but I'm not sure because it might upset them. I don't know. But they want you to focus and make your mind up and make a choice. Focus on, maybe you think there's only one option too. Maybe there's more than one, and that's what they're wanting you to focus on. And the Four of Pentacles as an opportunity is interesting when you've got the communication that says withholding, because you can see she's playing her cards quite close to her chest there. They're Pentacles. There's an opportunity for you to, I think, be a little bit careful who you tell your financial situation to next week. Interesting. And for you to actually feel a bit more in control of that too. Make that be your decision. Now, the Strength card is in your challenge area. You could just be dealing with an awkward and a Leo that's a bit of a challenge at the moment. The Strength as a challenge, I just don't know if you're putting a brave face on something, because the Strength card as a challenge is, for me, it's like masking something. And not asking for help, or just you say, there's something about putting a brave face on it. Now, the Death and Rebirth is what's bubbling under the surface. So there is something that you feel like it needs to stop. Something needs to come to an end in order for something new to come in. Maybe that's why the Seven of Cups is a bit of an awkward situation, awkward decision, because you know it's got to stop. You're the one that's got to do it, though. You know. Now, the Queen of Swords is your advice and outcome. And this is to be the advice of the Queen of Swords, is to be very open, very honest, very factual with your words. So nobody gets any blurry bits. You know, she is so precise on her instructions and what she wants that you know, you can't take it any other way. So it's about being clear cut with your communication next week and taking the power and the confidence to say it. Let's have a look. Seven of Cups. Why are you here? Please and thank you for Sagittarius. Three of Wands. No, Two of Wands. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So you've got two cards of procrastination there. And the focus of the Two of Wands, you can see they are looking at thinking, right, should I, this is my should I, shan't I card. I want to do something bigger and better. I want to expand my horizons. I want to travel even. It's Wands, it's our creative side, it's our jobs, it's our, I feel like you've got itchy feet, maybe, you know, that again, look at how there's, and maybe they want you to focus on, hang on a minute, you know, there is more than one option. You can do this too. You can perhaps travel, you can expand on another area of your life with that Two of Wands. Very much travel energy there too. Now, the Four of Pentacles is your opportunity. Ooh, with the King of Wands. It's like being your own boss. To take control, make that decision, have a very ambitious energy about it too. There's something about you wanting to expand your horizons, get a better job, add a string to your bow. But with the Four of Pentacles as an opportunity, and it's kind of giving you this vibe of, you know, you will feel very stable about it too. The King of Wands is, yeah, an entrepreneur. Likes to be his own boss. If he's not his own boss, he's certainly head of a team. He's certainly a leader, a mentor, somebody who you look up to and learn from. Very transformational. Can turn his hand to anything. Oh, undecided with that communication feeling, withholding something. Maybe that's why it's bubbling under the surface, that you can't stop this yet because you need to be a bit more, you know, with the finance, get really clear cut on how you would sit stability wise financially. But that King of Wands is chomping at the bit to be like, you know, always an opportunity. There's the opportunity, don't miss it. Oh, Strength card is in your challenge area. Oh, Four of Pentacles is your challenge. Yeah. You're keeping things very close to your chest there. And that's your challenge. Maybe you are chomping at the bit to tell somebody, but you know the time is not right, maybe. I don't know, maybe that's why the Seven of Cups, you're still procrastinating over something. But that Four of Pentacles as a challenge with that, and I said you're masking something, it's because you're having to keep it to yourself. And do one more on that. Or maybe you're not got you're waiting for some answers or something. Oh, Three of Swords. I did say with that Seven of Cups that perhaps the decision that you want to make might upset some people. And maybe, again, this is why you're masking it. You're putting on a brave face and thinking, just got to keep it to myself a little bit longer. Anyway, let's go on to Death and Rebirth. And it's night. The Death and Rebirth is also, there's too many, also a 4. So you've got 3 4s come out now. So it is about you wanting more stability in life. Death and Rebirth. Why you? Thank you. Ace of Pentacles. You will need something to stop in order for something new to come in. You've got to shut a door before you can open up another one. And you've got a great, I don't know, you've definitely got something close to your chest that you're considering, Sagittarius. And with that King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and Two of Wands, it's quite ambitious and it will be financially rewarding. Queen of Swords. Why are you here? Five of Swords. There we are. Look, she's here to tell them as it is. Five of Swords are people that are just, you know, they're bickering. They're trying to push your buttons. And the Queen of Swords would have none of it. She'd just walk away and go, you know what, up yours. If you think like that of me, I can give two hoots. I know my value. And that's what I think is happening here. The advice of this Five of Swords is let them, as Mel Robbins says in her book, let them get on with it. It's their problem, not yours. Queen of Swords would be like, no problem in telling them that. And in fact, look at her. Look at how she sits, very dignified too. She's like, nah, not even looking at you. And again, we've got the communication in reverse. There's somebody, gossip, there's gossip. But as I said, I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm going to do one more on that. Why do we have the Five of Swords as advice and outcome? Temperance. It's about trying to find a balance. Temperance is also about trying not to over perfect something too. Make sure you're not hanging on to something because you want to perfect it first before moving on to something else. But it's also about patience, being patient. Right, okay, let's finish with a tea leaf and see what they have to say. That's a really interesting reading. Too many. Only want one, please, and thank you. Thanks. And thank you. So we have torch. Looks like an ice cream to me. Everything looks like food to me. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and an understanding. Now, your energy card was about being enlightened and connected and soulful. So there's something about connecting to spirit next week also. I don't know if you meditate. You should if you don't. It's fantastic. Looking for signs and synchronicities. Follow your intuition. All that energy, you know, getting into the 5D of things. And then you've got casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation, which is bubbling under the surface for you with your death and rebirth. Like I said, something's got to close in order for something new to come in. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Sagittarius. That was a quick one, wasn't it? But it's about, what's it? It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Have a fabulous week. I'll see you next week. Take care.